Welcome, world. Welcome to another edition of the Stocks is Talking podcast with Ibn Getz. Yo, what up, Getz?
What's popping up?
Hey, man, I don't like that. I don't see my name Ib under here. What happened?
Oh, my apologies. I could fix that.
Shit. Get on that, editor.
Yeah.
I'm calling you out live and direct.
Man.
But what's going on, Getz? How was the weekend? Thanksgiving weekend, family time. How was all that?
Man, everything was cool. Yeah, chilling, kicking it with the family. I know you've been on the move.
Yeah, man, I have been on the move. Just now, finally being able to sit down, and now we're recording. So always moving. Not a bad thing.
Yeah. Nah, gotta do it sometime.
Bird.
Yeah.
So any trades going on? What's popping for the market right now?
Man, I got nothing at this moment. I had a few I've been looking at the last couple of days. I've been just on the SPY. So I was looking at I saw a trade set up yesterday. I saw one set up today, but I haven't taken any. So hopefully tomorrow will be a little different,
Okay.
Make something happen. Those 10 o'clock trades, that's what I'm trying to do, but I just been a little busy.
No doubt. So I made a little trade. Actually, I made two. I made one yesterday on Novavax,
Okay.
Pharmaceutical company. I guess
All
the
right.
COVID space. So I strictly jumped in. My pops had told me there's a few stocks in his stable of options plays that they move quick. They move
Right.
15, 20 bucks at a time. Novavax was one of them that just happened to be on my list. So yesterday, I just looked at that list of fast movers. Novavax was down 25 bucks. So I'm like, all right, what's up with them? And I looked at the chart. So the chart was kind of all over the place. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of took a flyer on it. Like, you know what? This thing is tanking, but there's this new variant of COVID coming out, the Omni variant or some shit that everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah.
This is a vaccine play, and there's a new variant out there. Let me go on and jump in on them. And sure enough, as I'm looking at it, actually, you know what? I'm gonna share my screen, yeah.
I bet.
Forgot we can just share screens now. I ain't gotta.
Yeah, we fancy now.
We fancy now. Giving guests and got fancy on y'all. Hey, I'm gonna go on and share this Yahoo Finance screen.
Yeah, and then you gotta talk about them Tesla trades because I know we got some videos we're gonna put up at some point. They weren't ready yesterday, so I didn't put them out.
Okay.
But I gotta go put that together and but yeah, you gotta talk about the Tesla trades too because there was one you was talking about the last time, and then there was one you called me about yesterday.
Yep.
So
yeah, let's look up Novavax real quick.
Yeah, because I've been boring in the market right now. I did just liquidate a lot of positions. I freed up a lot of cash because that volatility is here. With this new variant. So I'm trying to put a lot of cash into this market.
There you go. So you see that Novavax? See how much they're up?
Actually, I don't see your screen yet.
You know what? Because we're so fancy, I forgot to share the damn screen. I just put it up to my end.
Oh man, we get it eventually.
Sharing.
I bet.
So Novavax up to 206 right now. 206. Okay. I'm probably gonna get out of this shit before the market closes. But I got in on them yesterday. See, the previous close was 193.
Wow.
I got in at like 191. So, making a little profit on that one.
Yeah.
So you mentioned the Tesla plays. So I'm in on a couple. Still one that I think I jumped on when we were doing the pod, actually. My pops had called in, said, hey, jump in on Tesla with me. So I jumped in. I'm still sitting on that one because I got until January 21st. She pulled back a little, but then now she's crept back up. So she's right now a little bit higher than when I initially bought that contract. So, which is a good thing. My play from yesterday. So I want to I'm gonna see if we can find something similar. So yesterday on Tesla, I just played the zones.
Mm,
When it comes to the charts, I just played the support and the resistance zones.
right.
And I charted it, and we definitely got to put those videos up on the YouTube because I think it was a good, it gave a good visual for what this chart stuff looks like. Um,
Right.
and I'm
Right.
gonna try to recreate it as we're on the pod. But I saw an opening for Tesla yesterday and one thing that I'm learning before I even get into the charts, not that I'm learning, but I think it's a habit I want to pick up from my pops. He says he only trades like 4 or 5 stocks, like options. He does a couple, and then you just go in the market. What are those few doing, and where can I get in and out at?
Right.
And I'm starting to like that. Like I know I've talked a lot about the using going to bar chart, using the unusual options activity, finding plays that way, which is not a bad thing. I found a lot of good plays there. But if you can find a few steady movers in the market that they're constantly up and down, like they're running up $30, they pull back 15. That's where the money is for the options.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
now, I'm strictly just I've been on my option shit, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's what I was building up positions on the stock side, but what I started doing was I was looking at the volatility coming in, so that's why I started liquidating some stuff. Um, so the only thing I've been dealing with is a SPY.
Okay.
So and real quick, I'll actually pull this up. Um, so here we go on the SPY.
That chart look crazy.
Yeah, let me I'm actually gonna zoom it in, make it a little easier to see. So
Look like we got Bollingers, we got moving averages, we got all types
yeah,
of shit going on, cuz.
yeah. So I actually just put the Bollinger Bands on because when I got up this morning, I was looking at the setup, and I actually thought that the market was going to drop more.
Mm.
So I was actually waiting for this right here. Let me actually I'll mark it for you. Um, so yeah, I was waiting for this top, right? Damn. Yeah, I'll get it on there. But yeah, I was waiting for a top. I
Mm-hmm.
had an idea where it was gonna be, so I said, let me right around this area here. Um, so I didn't have the bands on at the time, right?
Mm.
So what I was looking at was, all right, this is gonna top out at this SMA here. This is the 180. Um, basically everything's down, so we basically had basically like a death cross, right?
Mm.
So I figured we were gonna run up, touch this, and then we were gonna take a dive. I figured that was gonna take up most of the day.
Mm.
So I was waiting for this setup, and then I just got busy, so I missed it. Um, but I was planning on putting in a lot right here because I was like, this is a definite.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, and then after it came down here, there was really no clear picture. So I decided, I was like, I'm just gonna stay out of the market. But then I saw this double bottom here, so I said, this could reverse. So that's when I put these bands on,
Mm.
right? So I put the bands on just so I can get an idea. But then after I put the bands on and took a look at it, I figured that we were gonna ride the band down some. So I decided to just stay out of it.
Okay.
Because I want volatility. I don't want trading sideways.
Right.
There's no money in that in options.
Right.
Your premium's gonna get killed that way. So I just stayed out of it. So that's what I had going on there. And I looked at, I was looking at the daily chart, looking at the hourly chart, and it looked like there might be something there, where we could keep, might even be able to play it overnight on a swing.
Mm.
Um, but so far, I haven't decided to mess with it. So we'll see. If I
Okay.
see something before the end of the day, I might jump in.
Yeah,
You know,
that's dope. I like that. I've done a few plays on the spy. I've come up, but it's burnt me way more times than I got it. So I kind of leave. I've left it alone, but I think I might start to mess with it now because I'm coming with a better arsenal of tools. You feel me?
right?
In my toolbox, I can now pull up. Before, when I messed with the spy, I didn't really know much about charts. So I was just kind of, oh, the market's up. Let me get a call. Oh, it's pulling back. Let me get a put without really timing it.
Yeah.
Now I can put a little more into it.
Yeah, and I spent a lot of time studying the SPY. So that's always been my thing, is the SPY. That's where I've made most of my money. Is just learning that. I figure instead of being all over the market looking for something, if I just tried to master this one, master this one thing, so I could just hit it constantly. So when I've gotten burnt, I mean, it's gonna happen to all of us. But since I've been trading again, I'm 100%, haven't missed once on the SPY. Knock on wood. The day will come. I'll take a hit. But and even the plays that I haven't made, they've, I have the theory on them, and I go back and I research those charts, and they've worked out the way I said they were going to work out. So, yeah.
That's how you play it. So I want to. I'm gonna share my screen again. I love this screen sharing shit because it's no longer just about us talking. It's about us showing you better than we can tell you.
Right.
So I want to share my screen really quickly to kind of let the people see what I did yesterday with my Tesla trade that I made.
Okay.
In terms of just setting up the chart, and I want this to be something very on a basic level, Gets. You feel me?
Yeah.
Basic level shit. And I want to just use a 5-minute chart. So I'm gonna go to a 5-minute. So when I look at this, it's all about creating my support and my resistance, right? That's kind of what I want to do with it. So as I'm looking at this, it's like, all right, where's the resistance? I'm kind of seeing right about in here is where it keeps throughout the day. Now, of course, right here it was up there, but I'm talking about where we are currently.
Right.
This is kind of that resistance I'm seeing right here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go on and put a horizontal line here. I'll say give or take. That's fairly decent. Maybe even move it up a little bit. But what I want to do, and then so that's my resistance. Then I want to put a support. I'm gonna put the support at. I'm saying it's kind of hit this point. It hit right here, there, and then earlier right here, kind of hit that same spot.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say maybe right about there. And again, this is just the quick to give an example of what I did yesterday. So now we have the support, we have your resistance.
Right.
As you can see, the farther it gets closer to this resistance, it's kind of bouncing back off of it. So it hasn't broken out yet. Right here, it kind of, you see, it'll come to it, it'll touch, and it'll push back up because that's the support. That's the support. So what I was doing, and I got this from my man Sam G with the Forex, is just playing zone to zone. And this was kind of the trade I made yesterday, where when I was initially watching it, Tesla, I think, was coming up here close to support. What I said was I want to wait till it bounces back to this support, sorry, not the resistance, and then bounce back up. So yesterday, and I can't wait for us to show these videos, we literally documented and watch it go from here. It bounced off, came all the way down. Now here was the thing. I jumped the gun, Guts, and I'm not ashamed to mention it. I jumped the gun yesterday because as it hit here, there's this thing that I go by that I got from my man Sam is bounce confirmation entry, meaning it'll bounce off the support, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that next candle, as long as it's above the support line, it's kind of your confirmation that this might be ready for an upward trend. So once you get that confirmation candle, that next candle that opens up is probably an entry to just run out there. Right. Now, yesterday, I watched it. It hit here. That first candle was a little bit above it, and I jumped in right there. Now, the purpose of looking at the candles, you get a full 5-minute picture of what that candle does in 5 minutes. Well, as soon as I got in, then the candle ended up pushing through the support. which let me know that it's still it's still in the bearish trend. It's not ready to take off yet.
Right.
So luckily for me, this joint has now shot up considerably from when I got into it yesterday. I think right now, what's it trading at? 1140. When I got in yesterday on the new call, it was at like 1125, 1126.
Okay.
So
That's a nice move.
but the point is, though, I should have waited because it pulled all the way below this support.
Right.
And it pulled down, and I ended up creating another. This became the resistance. Then I created another support line, and it ended up going all the way down to the new support. Then it bounced back up, and once it bounced back up, it came all the way up through this resistance, pushed up through it, which made this the new support.
Right.
Then it kept going up, and now it's still going up. So, but yeah, man, the zone to zone strategy I think is good, even with options.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just playing the because this also allows me to better calculate when I want to get in on something.
Right.
Because you don't necessarily want to get in while it's like these candles here. These are just sideways. Like I want those movements, the sharp movements.
Right.
So like right now, she's still sideways.
Yeah.
She's still sideways. So this really isn't a time to get in. Now if she approaches this resistance and then pushes through it, we might see a nice upward movement before the market closes.
Right.
So I'm gonna probably keep this up. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen, but I'm gonna still have this available just so we can check back on it as time goes on, man. But yeah, that's one of the things I want to start doing more with a lot of my plays. Is once I do my due diligence, find a play I want to jump into, pull up the 5-minute chart. Because I just think it adds a level of clean, professional trading. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm not jumping in because I see it up or down at the moment.
Right.
I'm looking at the candles.
Yeah, and I mean, and it's what I'm doing with when I'm looking at these charts, and I usually use the 15. I use a 15 and I use a 60-minute is my main thing. And what I'll do is, with a lot of these, what I like to do on them is, you see, I actually have them. I've got some resistance up here. I've got support down here. And with this, I'm using TOS, Thinkorswim. It'll actually save them. So as weeks go on, these will still be there. So I'll see when they, when a resistance becomes support, when support becomes resistance, I'll see it.
Okay.
But I always look for, and that's also why I use my moving averages and everything, because these are also support, resistance, same thing with your bands, right? So I'm using all these tools. Like I said, I didn't have the bands on at first. I just had my SMAs. They're always there, right? And then I have my support. I have my resistance, and I was using those. I only used the bands because I needed a clearer picture of what was going on, because at the time we were just here, open space. There was nothing going on there, And then I set this today, this level of support. I'd set this because I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Okay.
So once I had this set, then I figured, all right, we're gonna go there, but while we're in this open space, let me put the bands on, and the bands may give me a clearer picture of how we're gonna get there.
There you go.
So I did that, and you see it on the same thing on previous days. Yesterday I was looking at it, and I was waiting for this setup. I ended up missing this one, but this was another one where I set up. Would have been a nice one too. It was double bottom right there. And you see, if I'd had the bands on, it would have been even clearer. I didn't have the bands on yesterday. I was just using the moving averages, but this was the weeds.
Okay.
It pulled all through this, but you had these, couple levels here, 2 different moving averages here. I figured this was going to be a bottom, and we were going to get a run up, which we did, and it broke through the resistance. It stayed up there for a minute, came back down.
Okay.
So same thing that you're talking about. That's what I've been doing too. I do it every day. I just do it solely on the spot.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. And you know, I'm gonna because I'm still in on Novavax.
Right.
I want to pull up the chart on Novavax while I'm in the trade because I'm gonna get out of it before the market closes.
Okay.
But just for some fun, let's actually pull the chart up and look at it and see when's a good exit for this thing. So let me see. So this is what we're looking at now. I want to put in my, I'm gonna do my same thing, my support and my resistance. Now, I'm thinking, and let me know your thoughts, Gets. I'm thinking a support might be like right here.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
resistance.
Resistance. Yeah. Good. That's a good resistance right there. Yeah.
Right here. Because it's hit that mark a couple times. Even move it up a little bit. Right?
Yep.
Up. Right about there. Boom. My support. I'm gonna put my support right. See, it's been very shaky. I just feel like right, and
You got a few levels, I think, in there.
that's what I'm saying. It's a few. I'm even thinking this might be.
That's one there. You got another one right around 204.
Yeah.
Around there, you got one.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a few different levels.
We do.
You
So
know.
and to that point, let's even tighten it up. Let's tighten it up and put it right about here.
Okay.
Because I think that potentially is one. Now, we see she's pulling back. What's she at right now? 206.63. I want to see if she, like, if it starts to, like this candle, I'm not loving this red candle right now.
Right.
That red candle is getting a little powerful for the sellers. And actually, as I'm talking, I'm setting up my exit.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was gonna say, one of the things I'd be looking at for a reason why I'd sell right now is
Uh-huh.
so you have that red candle now, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 candles back, you got that big red candle.
Uh-huh. So it could be it's like the form of a bearish flag, maybe.
It doesn't look like it's more of a pendant, so it didn't pull all the way back up towards the resistance. That would have made it more of a flag. This looks closer to a bearish pendant.
Uh-huh.
Where it's kind of sideways.
Uh-huh.
But it does look bearish. So you could have it pulled down close to that level of support, or at the very least to that moving average right above it.
Right.
So that's what I'd be worried about now. So that'd be a potential why I sold.
Uh-huh. So and what I want to do, I want to wait to see what this next candle at 240. What does it look like? Because if this next candle comes and it's like right around this area and it's red, I might just hit the button right there.
Right.
Like if it comes a little bit lower than where this one is, this thing's probably coming down to this new support right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I have until the 17th of December for this call, but this was just some, get out in and out type shit. It was
Right.
really just I see it pull back tremendously. Maybe I can catch it on the way up, which I have. So we gonna see what this 240 is talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what it's about. And me, my thing is always I like to scalp. So, I don't stay in when I'm trading. I'm trading, and it's just I'm in and out. I don't do the long term. If I'm doing long term, then I do more of the fundamentals on it.
Right.
Sometimes I'll swing trade, and just use technicals. But
Okay.
even if I do that, I want to be, in one day out the next. Maybe I go, out a couple of days, but then that's gonna be it. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm not gonna go crazy with holding something for 2 weeks, 3 weeks on technicals. You know, when I go even even it being an option, if I'm that's why I like my leaps, because I could play the fundamentals and buy a year out.
Just really quick, Glitch, not to cut you off. This new candle came in, and as we see, I said if I see it kind of down here and trending downward, I'll probably jump out. We see it opened up a little bit higher.
Right.
She's pushing up a little bit, which means I just want to let it play out. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what it does, because maybe it'll have an opportunity to come back up to this resistance and push through it.
Okay.
Who knows? But this, and I think trading like this, and now we see this thing is now become might be turning into a red candle. But I love trading like this because there's no knee jerk reactions.
Right.
Like I'm just watching it play out. If I start to see something that I don't like with the candles, I just know how to react to it.
Right. Right.
You know,
Yeah.
it definitely simplifies it for me. So we're still waiting patiently. I'm gonna definitely get out joint before the market closes. It's just a matter of how much profit am I gonna take at this
Right.
point.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
right now I'm seeing a slight profit. Like it's not even like I'm at like I got in at blah, blah. I'm only at $90 profit on this.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna go. I was gonna go big on one today. I was gonna. I was gonna drop like 5 or 10 racks
Ooh,
on a,
okay.
on that trade I saw earlier.
Really?
Um,
You would have hit.
yeah. I went and looked at it later. It would have been like at least a 2x, probably a 3.
Come on, Gets.
Yeah.
We gotta start pulling them triggers.
Like I said, I got busy. You know, I wasn't in
Man,
front of the screen, and something like that, I got to be in front of the screen.
I got you.
You know, I'm not gonna play with that one.
I got you.
You know, so it's all good. You know, there's always tomorrow. So, um,
Facts.
but
No FOMO.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so I'm seeing this. I'm starting to feel, and I don't like this. You see that wick up top?
yep,
That means the buyers were trying to come in, and what happened? The seller said, "Nah, B, we want to drive this thing down."
yeah,
And now they're battling for it. Now the buyers just came back in to say, "Hey, see,
yeah,
we,
yeah. It's that tug of war.
yeah."
You know, and it looks like your volume ain't that crazy right now either. Your volume looks low, so that'd be another thing I'd be worried about. You don't have a lot of volume, you know, and obviously your volume is more selling pressure.
So I'm out. I
Okay.
got out. Like I saw, and again, I didn't really want to see it start to like once I see this, that just tells me it might keep pulling to this new support.
Right.
I'm not really in it for that. Like I'm already in it and making profit. There's no need for me to watch it draw. Like if this thing would have started to push its way up to this resistance line,
Right.
maybe I would have held on a little bit tougher. But this red candle right there and the way that's pushing and like the back and forth, I'm good. So I just made, let's see. So I sold that. I bought it for $1.96, made to a okay. So I just made like $85.
Yeah. And that's hey, that's what it's about. Taking a win.
Yeah, just taking a win.
You know, go home green. That's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, even like I talk about scalping on here. When I scalp this, you know, usually it's small trades. The one I was gonna make today was gonna be a big one.
Okay.
Normally don't do that. You know, normally it's just scalping trades real fast. You know, that one I knew was gonna take longer. You know, but still, it would have been 2-3x. Let's say I dropped the whole 10 in.
Right.
Talking 2 or 3x in 15 minutes.
Right.
You know, like I mean, you ain't beating that.
You're not. There's no bank you're going to that's gonna give you that type of interest.
Exactly. You know.
So yeah, that was that. I thought that was cool to kind of jump on the Novak's chart just to see what it's looking like and see in real time. I just got out of that.
Right.
I don't know how the red candle look. Let me just leave.
Right.
No point in staying,
Yeah.
especially if I know I'm gonna get out today.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's how it's got to be. There's no point in hanging around in these trades.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
It's not.
and the volatility is there, so there's always the next one.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm about right now. You know, it's like
Yep.
get my money and move on to the next one. So like right now, I'm just looking for like one trade a day, one real good trade setting up.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's what I've been seeing on the spot. There's been one good trade every day. You know, and last week I hit a few. I think I was going light. I think I was talking about that. You know, the icebreakers. So I
Mm-hmm.
was I was just hitting like $100 a day. You know, but I think in total of all my trades, I think I made three. Yeah, I made 3 trades last week, and I think I spent 30 seconds in the market.
Mm.
You know,
Nice.
so a few $100. I spent like 30 seconds in the market total for the week.
Mm-hmm.
I spent more time just staring at the chart than I actually did trading.
There you go.
You know,
Okay.
so and that's always been my thing.
Mm.
If you're doing the research, the studying, you're learning how to play it with the technicals,
Mm.
then you don't need to spend a lot of time in the trades.
Yep.
It's just like if you're painting, you do the prep work. If the prep work ain't done, then the paint job is shit. You know,
Simple as that.
right? So that's just how I handle it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Like that.
Yeah, but
So one thing, so I did notice Novak's. It looks like it pulled back up that candle.
okay.
Um, but I'm out of it. So one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm gonna close out of this too. One thing, because I've learned if you then look like, oh man, it's going back up. I should have. Like, no, I made 80 to 90 bucks just now.
Right,
And it is what it is. So we'll just see what the next trade is.
right,
But yeah, if you sit and wonder and think and feel bad, your next play you make is not going to be the most educated decision because you're going to be thinking about the money you just left on the table.
and exactly. It's gonna be whether you win or lose.
Mm-hmm.
You lose, then you're gonna be chasing something.
Mm-hmm.
You win, you're looking for the next win. You're looking for that high. You know,
Yep.
so
Yep.
yeah, and that's why I walked away. I said, oh, I missed a big one. I walked away for a little while. I went back later on. I looked, seen how it was setting up. I didn't like none of the setup on it. I'm done for the day.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, let's definitely look at maybe even tomorrow. And this is probably shit we should talk offline, but fuck it. We on here. Maybe let's look at jumping on and looking at some of these charts pre-market to
Mm.
see if like maybe let's maybe sit down tomorrow to do our official trade with me joint. What's it called?
Yeah. The trade with me on demand.
Yeah, the trade with me on demand, brought to you by Ibn Getz. You feel me?
Right.
So yeah, maybe let's do that because it sounds like with these with your strategy and my strategy, man, we can just be making some plays,
Right.
simultaneously. Or and if we don't make a play, that's still good to sit and talk through it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm always up for it. And the other thing I do want to do is I am trying to get everything set up so we could do the on demands because that's one of the big things about the on demand is we could pull up charts when the market's closed and we can recreate a day, any day, basically, and do that. So I've been getting everything set up so we'll be able to do that. So that way we can go in and we could trade some of those volatile days, just like your Tesla trade. We can go and actually watch that chart happen live. Even though the market's closed. So I've been thinking about doing that. Later on in the days, maybe even in the evenings, have a little session. They may only be 15 minutes. Maybe there's a crazy volatile day and we want to, spend half hour, 45 minutes watching chart, whatever we want to do. Cause it's ours, So, yeah, so we'll get into that too. So we're going to try and do the pre-market tomorrow and then, and we'll go from there and see what's up for the after hours. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And I'm looking forward to that. I'm enjoying, man. I think we're gonna start spoiling the viewers with this, man. You might not even see us. Well, we'll be on Anchor with the audio version of this, but I like this, man. I like the setup. I like the background, the logos. Hey, if you're out there, if you need a video editor, Getz is your man. Hit him up.
Oh man.
You feel me? You got a whole nother lane, cuzzo. I see it.
Yeah. I got some free time. I'm doing my thing.
This is how it starts.
Yeah.
Free time, turning money time.
Yes,
Feel
sir.
me? Yeah, but definitely want to make sure that people are checking us on the socials. Hit us up on Facebook, Stocks is Talking Podcast with Ibn Getz. Hit us up on the Twitter as you see was on there. You see it. Follow us on IG, ib_guest_podcast. I love that you put it on the screen. I can just read from it. That shit don't gotta be in my damn memory anymore. I love it.
Oh man.
Chop with us on the Discord, the Ibn Guest Discord. How can they follow us on there,
Yeah,
guys?
yeah. The link will be in the description, and it'll also, you can hit us up on the socials, and we'll get you set up in there.
Absolutely. Hit us, come chop it up with us.
Yeah.
Maybe I might throw in some of those videos, just the raw, uncut videos from my trade yesterday. Just throw them in the Discord, to be honest. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah. I mean, we can also, I was thinking about we do some shorts or something. You know what I mean? So we'll work it out. They'll be out there.
Man, talking about shorts. We taking over this content shit. I see you. Also, remember, folks, again, Ibn Gets, we are not financial advisors. We're just two cats that love investing. We love talking about it. You always have to do your due diligence out here. Trade at your own risk, trade at your own discretion, and always do what's best for your portfolio. Like it's the game is real, but the game is one that we can master if we put the time and effort into them and become that smart money. You feel me?
Yeah, real talk.
So just do that due diligence and that DD, that due diligence, and you'll be fine.
Real talk. Real talk.
But yo, that's it. That's all, folks.
We out.
Yeah.